Alright, here we are, zoo zoo zoo. I'm Lt.terkoiz with the 9th Corps. And this is the blue and the gray event, hosted by 42nd. We got 107 on the pop today. We're playing Cox's push, side swap. Excuse me. So, for the CSA team, you've got MWE under Tink.
Stay away from me.
You got CQB under Dixie. You've got IB under Top. And then you have Cadet Toasty as well. You've got Joker leading 9th Corps. You got Kempson and Watson on 42nd for Union. You got Berger leading the 1st Delaware on Union. You've got Lamat and Morgan leading the HL on Union. And you have Doug on the battery today. I don't know what Toasty's doing on here in this Oh, nope, they're totally fine. So there's a large, see how these guys have two officers and there's 15? It is totally fine. These guys are allowed 2 officers as well. They just have their officer on a different slot for some reason. We are live. We shall see what's happening. It looks like the CSA has moved to pretty much the normal position on this map. This map is interesting for mostly just the CSA. They get to try to they either hold charges across this field and fight in the corn on this corner here, as the Union generally comes in for this tree right here in this corner, or all the way to this tree, or up to here and then up the wall. The Union can't really do much once they're over there, except for there's no RD officer, huh? There was one, I thought. This map, the artillery on there's only 2 guns, but they're in such a great spot. The Union this is the point right here. All the way back to here, you can be capturing from here all the way to somewhere back here. So if the Union takes Union left, the CSA can come out and just fight them in a long open order battle line, defending the point. And this Union's over here attacking the point, but they get shot by the guns. So that's why you generally don't see the Union go for this left side very much, because the guns can just absolutely blast them. So generally you'll see the Union try to take over this corner here, and then they'll try to push up from there. But if they can force the CSA to be in the open field or have to attack from the corn, then they're doing a lot better. First artillery shot comes out. It blows up a little early, it looks like. First volley takes the first casualty of the war, of the battle. They take 1 person down from CQB. MWB's got a nice flank on these guys. And a lot of their men are silhouetted. You can see them back there. You can see them loaded, see them moving. MWB here should start being able to get some casualties drain some casualties from the Union here. Another volley. 3 guys from the Union go down here, so. But they do trade flags, so at the moment
where's that?
So there's 5-second respawn timers on the flag, but that's only after you die and then load back to the menu. So, and they're on a cycle, so every 5 seconds it's a cycle. So I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say this shootout will only affect the tickets. The CSA's losing tickets here, but it's not going to affect the manpower they have for the charge. Ideally, you'd want to focus fire on one unit, so they would be overwhelmed and would no longer be able to like respawn their guys as quickly, and then that's how you can get a numbers advantage. If you can, oh, what a great volley! Ninth Corps just got blasted by Iron Brigade. Only 2 of them remain standing, but they died in formation, so everything is good.
Hold for fire, recover.
It's just
Take aim.
oh, they got one guy. Not too bad.
Fuse.
Over here, not squirrel. Over here, over here.
There's the bugle. Yeah, I would say if the entire Union force focused fire on the tree, or these guys on the right, they could whittle them down, make them have to just respawn, and then they could eventually charge it if they weakened it enough. And I think that might be a good play. Another good thing that could happen is Kempson could bring his men. It might take a while, but you get to somewhere right. Nah, never mind. Alright, and now we'll see what artillery can do. CSA is moving out onto the stone wall, so if there was ever a time for the Union to make a move into the corn, I think it would be now. There we go. Always Turkoiz classic, forgetting about the overlay. Yep, Union's behind on time here. They need to force a melee. I think what Union could do is they could try to overwhelm this group here, and then if they do it, instead of continuing, they could just hang out there and let the rest of the CSA charge into them. But Union looks a little outnumbered here for some reason. Just a good spread from the CSA. They got a nice long battle line there, so. Colonel Lucian sees what the Union's doing here. No casualties. Maybe one. There's the casualty. I lied. This could be big for Kempson though. Actually, he should start being able to kill a lot of CSA guys from here. But he is in danger of getting charged out. He's all by himself. We'll see what kind of damage he can start doing, because 42nd should have some good shots on all these CSA guys, especially these guys here. So as you see, these guys are going to pull out. They realize they're not in such a good spot, and all they have to do is move right here and start just shooting up left and right of that tree. They could just volley at that spot and they would get a lot of kills. Just shoot up the side of that wall there. They almost can't miss. Yep. That 42nd's taking a lot of casualties there, and yep, they're pulling back. They realize they're in a bad spot.
make sure you kill them first. Keep it up, boys. Keep suppressing them.
Hold here, nice score.
Oh, watch out!
So there is Steam chat in this vent. CSA is shooting a lot of shots out of their artillery. Let's go take a look at what their ammo looks like. If they don't pace themselves, Napoleon looks like they got plenty of ammo for the rest of the game here. The only way the Union has to early cap, they're behind on tickets, they have to try to take the point. And once they take the point, the CSA can start. That will help the CSA run out of ammo on their artillery. The entirety of the Union, mostly, is shifting left. Excuse me. Union did get over here before the CSA was able to respond. So if the Union is able to come push the CSA out, form a nice open order battle line between the rocks and the tree here. From all the way here to like all the way here. Then maybe it'll work. So here's the attempt.
Spread out, Hampton!
The rear flags.
I am immune to cannon fire.
Nice shooting from First Delaware here. It's going to come down to these men on the side here. It's going to come down to these men. How many can they kill? If these Union boys can... Okay, they're going to hold off this CSA group. And we'll see what's enough. Not enough Union boys on the point. The early cap attempt failed. The artillery blasted them out of there, and they're getting charged out. Union loses one flag in a very bad spot. And that might be the end of the battle for the Union, though they are holding really well on this wall here. If they can get, if any of these tickets, if they start killing some guys out of line here.
Hey, what's Richmond?
Let's see what the tickets, if the tickets get any better from this.
Well done, boys.
Woo! Yep. Tickets are kind of evening up, so this is probably this is good for CSA now that there's less Union, but 50 CSA is 50% of her morale stage up. Union should be able to get this flag out if Beerton doesn't just run and die, but oh, he kills one. Oh, he lost the exchange. Good try, Beerton. Well, I think he could have got a flag out, but he did help get a flag out by being a distraction, I guess. Only one Union flag down. This man was able to go get the one by the point, on the points. That's pretty impressive. I guess with the CSA charging from here into the stone wall, the flag that was left behind was well left behind by the CSA as well, and the Union was able to retrieve it. Let's just go enjoy some War of Rights now.
Yeah, Cuda lock, 8 up. Guys, let's move. Let's spread it out, please. Frozen
Spread it
seamen,
out.
you're too close to each other.
Give
You're
me a
going to become a
moment.
target.
Give me a moment. Yeah, give me a moment and I'll move.
All right, good work. All right, you have a moment. Spread it out.
Okay.
Spread it out.
Bayous on.
Oh yeah, look at this.
Oh, I love it. It's sexy. I really love
Check.
it. Checks when ready.
Yeah.
Checks.
Pull back to the quad CQB.
Checks.
Pull it back. Shift E.
Too toasty.
Pull back.
Too toasty in the cone. Into line.
Microphone's a bit low right now.
Yeah, you know what it is? I have a fan on, and I don't want it to be like come through like the mic and annoy everybody, so I have my volume kind of low.
Ah, okay, fair enough. Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I think the Steam is fucking with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that problem. Steam Chat seems to automatically adjust my volume input on my mic in Windows settings, and I have yet to figure out how to fix that. But I'll just I'll Google it right after this. I think I want. Otherwise, I've just had my volume mixer on my other screen and Alt Tab and just keep turning my volume up while I'm in Steam Chat. But
We will try to artillery offensive.
not the worst move by that Union group there, kind of drawing fire. Now, if this other Union group wasn't right behind them,
Dig in, boys, dig in, dig in, dig in, dig in.
Is he still over the top
Well,
of the rock?
There it was off.
I messed up. I picked up their flag. I died. I spawned in.
No, bro.
Don't worry. I'm aware of my mistakes.
this here is 42nd, standing out in the bed. CSA isn't even down a single morale stage. It's been about 22 minutes. 18 minutes, I mean. So CS Union really has to start doing something different here. This is what they need to be doing. This is good. HL was able to move forward. They're still alive. So they just need more and more men running over here with the flag, spawning on the flag. If they can just keep spawning on this flag, they can take the point, but they're running off the point, so they are not going to take the point. Their capture attempt failed, but it drew the CSA out. So the rest of the Union right now is moving. This is what I would say you should do is that's probably not the worst strategy, is having a group here, move forward, make this Union CSA come out into the field, and open order line in the field. I know it's sketchy because you're in the open field, but as long as you're facing the guns like this and not showing your side to them, then I think it's good. Again, though, it could be, you could also just use it as a distraction to then get into the corn on their right, because I think they could beat the CSA to the corn right now if they were to sprint to the corn. And with this group, first Delaware right here in position, I think if these guys went straight at it and these guys made the same move down the fence at the same time, if this first Delaware group can hit and delay the CSA at the corner, this group could have made it past them into the corn, and I think it could have been a win for this Union there, because this CSA group's out all by them lonesome. I think if Union just aggressed with their superior manpower right here, I think they would do it. I think they could do it. I think, yeah, I think you up and over as this unit and go in at the same time as this unit goes straight across. If these guys respond and go to the CSA left, these guys get right in behind. If these guys respond and go to CSA right, then these guys get behind them. And if they both hold, then it's just a manpower battle, and I think you win that because you have more manpower as the Union right now. If you see that there's a CSA group on point, then you know that you have a numerical advantage in the It looks like Union has abandoned this side. At least HL's moving left. But 42nd here, they are not so eager to get to ignore this right side. Again, I think this is the perfect time for Union to go run down this wall. Right to here. If Union can get stuck in right here, and the rest of the Union moves in, I think they could do it. CSA has given them the perfect opportunity to come use this wall and to push the guys out of corn. If 42nd was a little closer, if 42nd was on here and could instantly move in as soon as they see these guys move left, so they could be moving across the open field without getting shot at. And the only thing that would make that happen is if Union moves forward, draws the CSA towards them, then these guys can move across the open field because the CSA would not have guns trained on the open field if they're moving to flank someone. Union just needs to use their numbers. They should be able to see that the CSA is in 3 different groups. They should just try to push as one and take out one of these CSA groups. And if you're CSA, I would play a little more careful.
Get the flash, get that flash.
This is the moment where I would have, if I was over here as CSA, I would have moved forward into that unit since they moved. You see them moving left to right, they're vulnerable. Right to left of me. They can't shoot while moving, so. I think HL should charge these guys out here. That way they wouldn't. They should have charged these guys out. That way they couldn't get a hit by. Well, they could still get hit by RD, but they would force the team kill situation. Or maybe RD would team kill. So HL has been unsuccessful with this early cap on the left. They've tried 3 times, I think. Well done by the CSA to thwart that effort. Yeah, I still think instead of moving to the point there, I think moving to a place where you can be supported. It's risky, right? You move into aggressive position. But if there was support, it would be not as aggressive. You could. CKB already doing a really good job tonight. Doing a really good job. 2-man per cannon. Very efficient. Seen a lot of well placed shots by the CSA cannons, but the 3-inch is down to canister after the they have 2 more shots with the 3-inch, and 1 more shot with the Napoleons. So they've kind of gone through ammo a little too fast. They have canister, and they have a lot of time. I think it'd be kind of funny to. I wonder if you can get the cannons up and over these rocks without flipping them. Perhaps you could. You bring the cannons forward like this and load canister and just blast the Union as they're coming across the open field. Imagine triple canister cannons up on these rocks. That's probably not a bad idea, considering you can use all your ammo and still have 10 minutes, and you can probably push the guns up there in less than 10 minutes. Get ready for a trip and have 1 triple canister shot by the end for the last push. That'd be really cool. And here goes the shot. DSA Union's running right into the trap. HL's about to get blasted. I don't see where that landed. Very spread out charge by the Union. Interesting. Very, very interesting by the Union here. Union is going to be able to charge out this CSA group. If they get a CSA flag down, no CSA flag was with this group, so that's. Union is taking the field here. I think they are finally taking the advantage by pushing that group out. Yes, with CSA being pretty much out of ammo for their artillery, this isn't looking so good for them. Rest of CSA is just a little too far back to prevent this cap from happening. I think the Union is going to early cap. I think he just got team killed. I think that's our new recruit, Phoenix. Yeah, that's 28's new recruit.
Hamptons, new line, Hamptons.
Yep, they need to spread out and make a big old line. They're too clumped. But here comes the CSA straight at him. So we'll see if the rest of the Union charges in on this. I think they really should. Oh, the Union failed at the overcap. But they did get all their flags out, and now the CSA is in a bad spot. No, Union's kind of failed. They need to charge in and take the point. Canister missed. I don't know how Union kind of unfortunately failed here. There we go. Now it's interesting that they fell back to the rocks to then just charge back at the points. And Union has a lot of time. They're only about to hit braking, so they can throw everything at this. They can throw everything at this charge. If officers start spawning with their pistols, it could be big. Lucian and Kempson need to really hold this line. But the CSA comes through, and Union should be able to, is trying to run their flags out of bounds. As long as they ran their flags out of bounds, they only lose one flag, Union does. That's not too bad. Really, the only saving grace is the fact that the CSA is completely out of ammo for the Napoleon. And probably has triple canister loaded in here. I don't think you can check. It'd be cool if you could, though. Full of the old Sigmar. Yeah, nothing's in here. Be cool if the cartridge was actually in there. The like the physical thing round was loaded. Yeah, CSA's out of artillery ammo. That's the only thing I could say that the Union has going for him here. Other than that, they're gonna need to take the point once CSA hits taking losses, and then hold it for 7.5 minutes. I think that's the only way to win, because once they take the point, they're gonna be shot into last stand, and there's almost nothing they could do about it. So I don't know if they can take a whole morale stage and a half in the next 10 minutes and then take the point. It's probably the only feasible way to actually do it, because taking the point too early, you're going into last stand. So, but we'll see. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. I imagine the Union's already doing something. Oh, nope. They're just about to start. Got back just in time. This is not a campaign event, so there's no reason for the Union just to give up. They can just keep throwing bodies at it. Casualties don't matter. I still think what this game came down to was a indecision on the right side. I think when the CSA had a group of men on the rocks, a group of men on the rock pile here, and only one company in the corn, I think the Union missed the opportunity to completely take this corner. 3v1, or at least 3v2 a unit, while this one was out of position. And I think that could have really changed the tide of the game. Excuse me.
Ridge.
Don't follow Joker.
Looks like a suicide charge here. It's actually gonna overwhelm. I think it's gonna overwhelm this flank. I think this is in Union's favor for now. Well done by the Union. The CSA is going to charge him in the back, so these flags, if they don't see the CSA there, they're going to have to turn and run. And they're running the wrong way. So, good CSA flank. I don't think it should have worked as well as it did.
Core, nice core.
Let's go. Regroup here. Regroup. Get your loads.
I wouldn't get your loads. I would go in, friends. Brace, boys.
Race west.
This is what it comes down to. Union are about to go into final push.
Oh no.
And Union have been taken out and put in the final push. And they lost about 3 minutes of time. Great job by IB to kind of push it in the back there. Union had no one looking at their back, no one securing their flags. Poor flag management, unfortunately, is what cost the Union there. If the flags had just gone forward, if with the push, and had been here, then they would have been spawning guys in while IB was charging them. So just being aware of where the enemy is and what's behind you could have, you know, this Union wouldn't have won, but they would have taken the point. They would have won that fight if they would have got all 3 flags in onto the point instead of getting collapsed on in the back. But that requires them having some sort of flag guard.
Grilla, what are you doing?
That's what I mean.
This is good. I like the move here from
Independent fire.
Be ready.
a lot of shooting going on by the CSA here, and their flag stayed over here. I would have left the flag back there. And that's that. Union's going to trickle in and they did finally win this quarter, just too late into the round. Just too late. They had won this corner previously. Might have been able to do it. Good job from the CSA. Well, they're Union. Union regiments. Side swapped. Yeah, good job. Ooh, some team kill, actually. Game went pretty much full time there. Union just wasn't decisive enough. I think they could have overwhelmed the CSA left a couple of times, or at least tried to. I was very shocked to not see the attack to the corn. Very shocked. Yeah, right. I just am super surprised they didn't move into this corner here when they had a chance to. They got outkilled by a lot, Union did. They not quite 2-1, but really close to it. Adeline's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. And that's it for round 1 there. And I'll come back for round 2. Alright, I'm gonna assume we're live here. My game I closed my game in between rounds, so I do not know if this is gonna be live or not. We are on the correct map. It's Anderson's counterattack. The balance looks pretty good. 20 seconds until presumably they're live. I see nothing in server announcements, no nothing, so I'm gonna assume they're live. CKB's already moving some stuff, so I wonder if they're not live.
Discord setting, voice setting.
Yep, looks like they're
I'm
live.
trying to send you some screenshots.
So, this is Anderson's counterattack. Pretty good CSA attack map, I'd say. You got Berger and leading 1st Delaware. You got Joker leading 9th Corps for the CSA. You got Lamat and Kempson and another guy. You got 3 officers on 42nd here. You got Morgan right here leading HL. You've got Doug and Podrodzad leading CKB. You got Cobb, KOB leading IB. You got OGB Chief leading MWB. You got Jerry on officer slot from IB, and you got Kevin with Clark's Battery here. This is one of the nice maps that has this good old unit here. This old.
Where are we going?
This old unit right here. Zoom.
We're gonna find a squatch.
I don't know.
We're gonna find a sand soon.
Yep, and so this map, you can't really afford to let the CSA takes the point. It's pretty much over. So I kind of like what the Union's doing. I think they're kind of setting up a trap. If the CSA wants to come take the point, I think the Union can come up to this tree line and shoot across this field right into them. So I think that could be pretty nice. What makes this map really hard to win in pubs, especially, is that Clark's Battery just spawns right up here on the point, and they just get obliterated over and over again, and there's nothing you can do to stop them from spawning there. So in the event, maybe we'll see it be a little more close, but you can see what the CSA is doing. It's a pretty normal thing for them to be doing. I think Union's going to have to come respond. I think they're going to pull out into this field, into this tree line, and shoot them. So I think Union expected CSA to come around this side, take the point, so they sat here in a trap. If the CSA had come running this way, I think it might have been a little bit worse for them, for the Union. But we'll see if this works out the way they want it to. They're going to come to this tree line and be able to engage across this field from the tree line. So for the next couple of minutes, the Union's probably in a fairly decent spot.
Skirmisher spacing.
They're able just to shoot right into the side of all these CSA guys there.
Manawa, give them a lot, guys, spread it out there.
Zoo.
Jerry, with the limited men we have, we could just have these things behind trees and shit. Everybody use them.
I don't think they can let the CSA have the point. Hold, IB, 9th New York. Oh no. Yeah, they were able to fall back. CSA is going to be able to take the CSA is going to be able to take the point if the Union does not act now. Oh, CSA pulls off the point. I'm surprised.
Right there.
I like the way this is being played. The Union charging into the CSA position, I don't think is good. I think that was bad. That was really unfortunate. But it did kind of distract the CSA. But this group is 9th Corps. It's moving in behind. They're blasting 9th New York in the side, as always. No, I'm joking. This was a fairly decent flank by IB. They were able to get a flag down. Even though the CSA's tickets are did take a lead. The CSA did take a lead by taking out that one Union group. Union spawn is a lot closer than Union main spawn is a lot closer than CSA main spawn. That should be one of the Union's prime focuses, is to try to get a flag down. Oh my god, 9th Corps is about to get... And then Kevin's gonna take the rest of them out. Artillery just wiped out 9th Corps here. None the wiser. They were none the wiser. Well done by Kevin and Jam there. Very silly by 9th Corps, but it was pretty funny. I think that evened out the tickets a little bit. This could be really good. Yeah, just dying out of line though. That's gonna cost a lot of tickets. They need more men than that. And here's more men than that. Here's all the men from main spawn. This is going surprisingly well for Union. Union's getting charged on the left here. Lucian's running. They're kind of... Yep, they're baiting this group in. Very well done. I think this could be held by the Union. CSA kind of stalled out their charge there. They kind of realized that the group fell back. And it kind of stalled out the charge. Meanwhile, the CSA, the Union guns that Jam and Kevin have here is probably loaded and ready to shoot. Union's mounting a counter charge. IB grouped up and mounted a charge into the rocks. Redcoat kills Lamat. Redcoat gets taken down. Lucian. Colonel Lucian. HL's doing really good to draw the Union out that way, so away from the rest of the fight. This is very well done by the Union so far. I'm really impressed with this hold so far.
Good work, guys.
Oh, nice shot.
Next time, I would organize a charge that goes with the artillery next time. as the Union, but maybe they won't be able to. That's not the flag.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
That's the flag.
Let's go. Stay in the woods. Stay in the woods. Stay in the woods.
Zoo, zoo, zoo. IB gets their flag out. They're gonna spawn main, I bet. IB is. CSA is taking the lead, and CSA is on pace. They're taking enough tickets of the Union to put the Union on last stand. This is interesting. Both teams are on the point. The Union really needs to take out one of these CSA flags. And this is a great time to get them. I think the CSA is really spread out. I think this would be a lot of out-of-line tickets if the Union were to go for a charge here. Especially after an artillery shot. The rest of the CSA is arriving to back them up, though. And IB here is again going to try to hold off HL. I still think it would be just perfect to go run in there right after you. I think it'd be the best time right now to go charge. You just took out a bunch of them.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Skirmishes. Oh, who shot it?
Shells get dropped on the ground, so Jam should be able to go get that shell. He should know where it is. He doesn't have to run as far to go get the shell this time.
As best you can, guys.
So we'll see if he does that. If he goes picks it up off the ground, then you know he's been paying attention. Oh, Doug got taken out. Tickets-wise, CSA is still ahead.
Good shot.
It really takes it will take one of these. It'll take this Union. We'll have to charge out one of these flags at some point to get the ticket advantage again. And I think they're gonna have to charge regardless because they do not want to let the CSA take the point. What is the Union cooking?
Keep shooting.
Maybe they do want to let the CSA take the points so they can get their tickets back. Maybe that's what they're cooking. And CSA is not going to take the point. I don't think they want to. HL's kind of making a move now. IB's a little out of position.
On your knees, on your knees. Load them. Make sure you have the back.
CSA has taken the point, and I don't think they should have, because I think the Union's just gonna go all out attack. IB's gonna be a big distraction for us. It looks like on the left, and the rest of the Union's gonna push the point. Is what I would imagine. And weirdly enough, exactly the opposite of what I expect. So the CSA take the point, they become the defenders, and then they charge. I think CSA's in a pickle. I don't know why they early capped when they were down on tickets, because now the Union just has to step forward. They get all their tickets. They can get a lot of tickets back from this. Minus however many they. Ooh, it doesn't look like they're going to win this fight. IB ran all the way back instead of into point, and HL was left free to charge in to completely cut the Union off and take out the flags. Let's see if the Union flags run away. The Union flags did run away. IB's on their way. IB can turn the tide of this fight, but I think they're a little too late. But it's better late than never. Especially because they can get into the side of all these CSA guys. IB just has to hold out for a little bit. This favors the CSA. They're totally fine losing all these tickets. Because they don't want to give them back. Yeah, attacking from this side as the Union shouldn't work too well. You kind of be forced into this situation the CSA was forced into the beginning. I think you do have to push in from all the way on this side as a team. Move it up along the wood line behind the rocks. You have to find a way to engage these guys from behind them as a team. Somewhere right here. Yep. So with 8 minutes on the gold timer, you can afford to just throw your tickets away like that as the Union. No downside to it, because if you take the point back, you gain your tickets back. So, and there's enough time on the gold timer that you're not gonna go into final push. It's just unfeasible to lose 2 whole morale stages in 8 minutes. And like this is what you have to do on this map, is push all the way past and engage. CQB is going to hold against HL here. They're digging in for the firefight.
You know, the only problem I have with the orgies is I don't know who to thank at the end.
Yeah, HL got pushed back because they were facing 2 units here, facing the majority of the Union team. They had to take on the majority of the Union team. IB and CQB could for sure keep pushing this flank and make it work. Let's go see from the CSA perspective. They're trying to do something fast, but I think it's too much, and they think so too. They retreat. This should be very successful. Let's see how many pistol shots Bob can get. Lucian takes out one. And then he kills the flag. Lucian, good stuff. That should be a full sweep here. I think the Union's going to retake the point here. Should be pretty easy for them. Really well coordinated. Really well done from MWB getting their flag over here, kind of being a distraction. And even better from IB and CQB working together to overwhelm HL to begin with, and then sweep into the point. Union has to be really careful there. They're going to be really close to breaking. So they can't afford to lose another fight, really. So it's not looking good for Union. They're going to maybe draw it out again in a similar fight where they were. Somewhere back here. Perhaps the artillery, and the fact that one CSA flag is down could be big. Which CSA flag is it? It's one of the bigger flags too. It's on a 20-man unit. Yeah, it's... Well, because I'm on the Union team, I can't tell which flag it is that's down for the CSA, unfortunately. Oh, all three of them. Never mind. All three CSA flags are down, so... With that knowledge, I would stay farther forward. I would stand somewhere I could... I guess you just shoot the flags from... turtles.
Earlier, that was insane when they first came out of the woods.
Yeah, bro. I was to the left.
Hi, buddy. Yeah, bro, that was scary.
Zoo, zoo, zoo.
Give me information. Get me in.
Guess that caisson is a good piece of cover as well.
Zoo,
Yeah.
zoo,
Yeah, it
zoo. I love the
Sometimes.
zouaves. Look at they're nice. Alright, let's go see what the CSA is forming up to do. I bet they're sending out a group of flag retrievers. It's probably both these units are gonna just go suicide for the flags. And it's they're fairly uncontested, so unfortunate by the Union.
I can see him. Yep, they're going right again.
Just fire the...
And they didn't suicide for the flags, I'm surprised. I would either expect the CSA to stay back and do nothing until their flags respawn, because they have an ungodly amount of time. You know, that's just what they should do. They should just sit back and do nothing for 5.5 minutes. Or 4.5 minutes while the flags respawn. You know, I liked... You know, it's really fun. I've seen work on Eastwoods. I've seen it where the attacking team loses all their flags, and they go all the way around behind them. That would be pretty cool to see the CSA run all the way back here and get back. Because if they're back here, where towards the Union main spawn, if they can get there. I actually don't know the out of bounds, so maybe this is just wrong. But if they could get back here behind the Union will have to turn around and get off point, and that's not good for them. Plus, your guys will die and spawn main. I think you just take the longest route you can, and then maybe just charge into their ass. That'd be kind of cool. Union would totally see you coming, but I don't know if they could do anything about it because they're on the point. Excuse me. Again, I don't know what the CSA out of bounds looks like, so I don't know if that's even feasible to get all the way back here as the CSA. I don't know, because I think this is the Union spawn just back there. It's probably not possible.
Hold your fire.
Get ready once you're loaded.
2 CSA flags have gotten back up, but this one got touched, and then so it has been reset. The timer on it has been reset. Harkin's gonna grab it though. CSA has gotten all their flags out. They still are slightly ahead on tickets, I think, so it's crucial for the Union to take out a flag to be able to win this game. And right now it looks like that flag is going to be, could be top A's flag here. So they're just the furthest forward. Good shooting by Union.
Look. It's a game.
Alright.
Dude, you went out of business?
No, last year a mom got me through the court because I sold a computer.
Take aim.
Oh shit.
Bell
face back
You'll be alright. Lucian, do you have TL80 like playing?
All I wanted to do was make Onyx be
Nice.
So you put him to kill me?
Nice dance party. That's some classic New York stuff over there, just dancing.
Check. Check when ready, C2.
Check.
Hang on. We're still
Based.
Oh, we're good.
Beautiful. Good shooting, Private.
Hi.
Check. Like, almost.
Yeah, I saw it myself.
We're trying to best. Alright, Case.
Take aim, CPD,
Take aim.
northeast.
Hold your fire.
Recover.
Dance party is no more. Looks like they're trying to be sneaky. This could be the move to end. So they waited for the Union, this CSA to volley. And now they're moving in to try to take out a flag. If they're able to take out a flag, then that is huge. The flag runs. Well done by the CSA to get their flag out. And now HL is here to try to clean it up. IB runs out. There's a counter charge being called by HL. Maybe IB can regroup and have the manpower to brace it.
Let's go, Jordan. Back the way we came. Let's go, let's go.
IB's running, but so is HL. So they both decide to not follow suit with that charge. Luckily for both teams, really. I think that could have been ended in disaster either way.
Checks when ready, CQB.
Check. Check.
Take aim in front of it. Aim the road.
Well done by CQB and the artillery, infantry and arty to just be blasting these guys. IB should be reforming in time. HL is actually moving forward because now it's do or die for the CSA. If they can take the point, they win. Now that Union's on breaking. Not good. Dying out of line there cost the Union a lot of tickets. They need every single ticket. HL makes the first charge. Yeah, HL. And I think IB is going to win this exchange because of that. It's like chess. When the first person takes, sometimes it's advantage to lose a piece before the rest. Because IB gets able to get in there and take First Delaware's flag out, and that's huge. The rest of the Union's coming in, and I think this will be a full CSA wipe. HL just got in there and kind of IB was able to come clean it up. But it does look like CSA is putting up a big fight. They do have their flags in a good spot to respawn all their dudes. 3 flags just right here, and they do get one of them down. If these CSA flags go down, it'll be big.
Someone grab this flag. I'd love to do it, but we gotta get out of this.
Union's kind of sloppily charging in, and it's costing them a lot of out-of-line tickets here. But now they're pushed in. CSA got all their flags out impressively enough, so that's huge for the CSA. Union missed their opportunity to push down those flags. Maybe a big forward defense is the play, because all these guys are killing out of line. They're also dying out of line too, so it's like a double-edged sword here.
Dead now, boys. Come on, drive him out.
Good stuff. Yeah, I think this is actually favoring the Union to keep chasing this because they just keep getting all these out-of-line kills, but these guys keep spawning on the flags. I think the call would be spawn main. I don't think spawn flags is the call because they keep spawning flag and dying out of line.
God, that really got
Like,
I'm just gonna
at this point, Union is too far out, too strung out. But now they're all falling back. So that was probably not so good. Oh, they put the CSA in the final push. I guess it was perfect. Wonderfully done by the Union. I was kind of debating if that was a good strategy or not, but getting all those guys spawning on the flag who kept trickling in back on that was crazy.
southwest. IB to the north southwest.
The fact that CSA has flags though is a problem for the Union. Although Union has to hope the CSA just keeps trickling in.
Is anybody watching our left?
I want a 90 degree L shape.
I don't like how the CSA is split up here. It only works if the entire Union shifts over, if it's timed correctly. And it looks like I think the Union knows what's up and they're just gonna hold from all sides here. I think if the Union just holds from all angles, it should hold. I think that's the game. Union takes out one CSA flag, goes last stand, but then pushes the. And that's that. The Union takes that game. Slight imbalance. I'm on this side. 4-man artillery, so the infantry balance was perfect. Well done by the Union team. I think that's the CSA team. That's a 2-0. All right. Well, zoo. Look at that. New York wins. The defending team hold out on top. That was pretty impressive. I do like that. I haven't seen this map in a while, so maybe I was mistaken when I said it was a CSA attacking bias map, but I thought it was an attacking bias map. This position the Union took off the bat, off the left, letting the CSA get in here and then firing across the field was amazingly done. I really like that. And then the way they were able to come out from this side again and attack from the side, like that's wonderfully done. CSA, I think after taking the point, could have come in and held their right a little easier. I think if you push past the point and like up here somewhere as the CSA, I think it's really hard to get back in as the Union, because it forces them to rotate. It forces the Union to go out right, and then you have the position that the Union had on you. So I think the CSA just kind of, I think they could have played a little better. Well done, both teams there. Zoo. Great event. Huzzah. I'll see you all in the next one.